going from 2 carry-on bags to even less. So let's tell you the story about how we've gone from a lot of stuff to a little stuff and why. It's kind of exciting. So where are we right now?
We are in Riga, Latvia. I had to think about it for a second. Beautiful city.
Yeah.
Really impressed with Latvia and with Riga. And we are Chris and Steve. This is Chris. I'm Steve. We're EatWalkLearn. We've been traveling around the world for going on 4 years now. And we left Denver, Colorado with a full house full of stuff. We sold everything that we owned down to 2 carry-on bags. And now might be even down to less.
Yeah, so let's kind of start with, usually in our normal videos, we then launch off into whatever we're going to talk about. But now we're actually going to talk about that story that Steve just told you. So when we decided to leave Denver, we had this 2,700 square foot house. It was 4 bedroom, but 3.5 bath, 2 cars, a garage full of toys.
Absolutely, yeah. Golf clubs, bicycles, ski equipment.
Everything, yeah. And when we made the decision to downsize our stuff, we were very intentional that we were going to downsize to 2 carry-on suitcases and 2 backpacks. We even packed those things up, put them in a closet, locked the closet door, and then got rid of everything else everything else in the house. And that was what was left, was the 2 carry-on bags. So it was very easy for us to make the decision to be carry-on travelers because we had been light travelers our whole life, right?
Yeah, so, for business, I always just used a carry-on bag. It didn't matter how long I was going to be gone for. I only had my little carry-on bag because I wanted to get in and out of the airport quickly and in and off the plane quickly.
Fast!
And it just made sense to me to not carry a lot of stuff.
And like Steve, I was like that too, but I even remember my dad telling me when I was really small, when we would travel, if you can't carry it, you can't bring it, what he would say. So anyway, we learned our whole lives we were light travelers. So to think about our life as full-time travelers, as nomads, it just made sense that we were going to have carry-on bags. So that's what we planned and that's what we did. So when we left Denver, we had our existing bags. We didn't even buy new bags. We just used the existing bags that we had, the existing backpacks that we had, and we packed them up and off we went. And what's funny in this picture, you see how big Steve's backpack is.
Yeah, it was big, and it was a problem in that I couldn't fit it under the seat in front of me. And a lot of times on airlines, you got one bag is going to go up in the bin, the other one has to go in the seat in front of you, and I always have the flight attendant saying, "Your bag is sticking out." And I'm like, "Yeah, I know," and I have no place for my feet, So that was a problem. So we had to fix that problem, and I wound up getting a smaller bag, the bag that I have now, and
the backpack.
The backpack.
Yeah, the backpack
right.
that you have now. Yeah. So then we leave. So we leave and we go and we're traveling with our 2 suitcases. I write the book, 2 Carry-Ons and a Plan, which tells you how to get rid of all your stuff and how to plan and gives you to-do lists and checklists and so on for getting rid of things and how to get on the road. And we were living our best life. So then we get to Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, and our 2 bags, which they were already many years old.
Yeah, our carry-on bags had definitely been,
And they were good bags. I mean, I had an Eagle Creek and you had a Timbuktu, I think it was.
Right.
And they were great bags, but they were just, my zipper was starting to wear and it was actually under warranty, but I'd have to send the bag away for 6 weeks to get it fixed, which wasn't going to happen. So we ended up doing some research and we got new Osprey bags. Osprey Transporter 40 wheeled, which here's a link to these bags. We love these bags and we love them for 2 reasons in particular. The first is they're waterproof. Well, I don't know that we could drop them in a bucket of water, but in the rain or whatever, we don't have to worry about it. And then the second is the wheels. And that's a big issue for you.
Yeah, the wheels are great. And, every store that you go into and you look at luggage, they all have the exact same 4-wheel, rolly bags.
Yeah,
and
those wheels. Yeah.
And those wheels are cheap. They say that, they're really high quality, but we've seen lots of random wheels.
We'll see wheels in the suit on the baggage carry, and then in the leaving the airport, there's a wheel in the sewer, and it's like, oh yeah, that didn't last long. So anyway, that's why we got these backpacks, is because of the wheels. And they zip really easy. They're great bags. We love them. So then we've had these bags for 2 years, and our backpacks have changed a little bit as our functions and needs have changed. And I've gotten down to a smaller backpack as well. But that's what we've been carrying now for pretty regularly for 2 years.
Yeah, and it's worked for us.
It's worked.
No.
So then it came to this summer. So we are in Europe all summer long. We're doing, the multi-country tour of Europe. We are flying a lot. We have like 9 or 10 flights or something all over Europe on the cheap Ryanairs of Europe. And then we're also walking the Camino later on this summer, where we've got to portage our luggage as we're hiking along. So, we'll pay someone to move our luggage for us to places that will need it. And we started thinking about this and realized that in this summer, we're going to basically start and stop in Dublin as part of our itinerary for the summer. And we kind of have a backdoor secret in Dublin.
Well, we have somebody there who can store things for us if we need to.
Yeah. So we have, our daughter lives in Dublin. We thought, I wonder if we could leave a few things behind while we're in Dublin. But at this time, we weren't thinking we're going to change our suitcase situation. We just thought, well, maybe we'll leave, some jackets or a pair of shoes or whatever, sweater. Like so anyway, but when we started thinking about it, then I started thinking about because in Europe, even though our bags fit in the overheads, they're small enough to fit in the overheads, we're still too heavy. And so often if there's a scale or we get weighed, we end up having to check the bags. And
Wait.
so we thought, I wonder if we could, all those baggage fees that we're going to have to pay and the portage fees over the Camino, I wonder if we could get down to one bag. And Steve's like, oh my God, one bag.
And I was like, you mean share a bag?
You have 4 stages of a relationship, right?
Yeah, it's actually 5 stages of relationship. Because I was really emotional about this. Like, I don't know if I want to share a bag with you. So the 5 stages are...
Wait. You share a life with me. You share a bank account with me. You share a bed with me. But you can't share a piece of luggage with me.
Yeah, so you have dating and then, courting. And then hopefully that leads to an engagement. And then the engagement leads to a marriage. That's 4. And then if all that goes well, after many years of being together, you can have the 5th stage, which is sharing a suitcase.
I'll tell you what, and you are right, because we decided to get down to one bag, and I'll tell you how I felt about it in a second. So we're looking at what we've got and what you've got and what I've got, and we're trying to separate out what we can leave behind. And you figured out that what you're leaving behind is what?
Yes, there are things that I just decided, I don't need this. I don't need this in my life anymore. I can get down to less stuff. So I look at all the shirts that I have and all the pants that I have, and I'm like, what is really the high quality, the things that I say, I don't need. I love that shirt. I love those pair of pants. The others, maybe not so much. I'm going to take those out of my life and just keep the things that I really love. Now, maybe that means that I'm going to be wearing the same shirt more, but I love this shirt and I could do without the other things.
So for me, it's the same thing, but I more look at the other items in my suitcase as my choice. Like I've got 6 pairs of shorts. I can make choices every day about which pair I need, I want to wear, but I really only need 4, so I can leave 2 behind. And I had 3 pairs of pants and I can leave 2 behind. I had a dress. Am I really going to need a dress this summer? I've got a skirt that I could probably substitute in a dress situation. I can leave the dress behind. So what I left behind is my choice things. I think what you left behind is maybe some of your just in case things.
I'm thinking that when we get back to Dublin it's going to be late November.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to look at the things that I left at our daughter's house, and I'm going to say, you know what? They can stay. I don't need them.
But we chase 72 degrees, 22 degrees for you Europeans. And by the time we get to November, being in Dublin, the clothes that I have in my bag that are warmer, I'm going to I'll tell my daughter, you got to bring my suitcase to the airport so I've got some warm clothes to go see you.
But, one of the things that we do is we find, charity stores. So let's say we find ourselves we're going to be in cold weather and we need another jacket for a really short period of time. Mm-hmm. We can go to a Goodwill or a Goodwill-like store.
An op shop, as the Australians say, and a charity shop, as the English say.
We can get something, and then when we don't need it anymore, we donate it back. So it's not like we're buying extra clothes and then throwing them away.
It's kind of like a library checkout system.
Yeah, it is. It's a very good. What's the word that we're looking for?
Temporary.
Environmentally
sustainable
mm-hmm. way. Thank you of a lifestyle, and that's the lifestyle of minimalism. There's things that you don't need in your life just to have them.
Yeah, I mean, so what we in this process of getting down to one carry-on suitcase, what we've realized is and the experience of having now traveled almost 4 years, we realized that we can always get what we need. We don't have to have just in case stuff with us. We don't need a just in suitcase with us. And that charity shops, like Steve said, are a temporary solution for a temporary need, because we're after a life of experience, not a life of things. And if we can use the Goodwill shops or the charity shops to be able to get what we need for that experience. So we're going on a cruise, we need something dressy. We're going to Patagonia, we need a heavier jacket. We're going hiking, we might need a pair of boots. I don't know if I go to charity shop for a pair of boots, but anyway, the point is that this checkout system, the sustainable checkout system at the charity shops allows us to only have one bag so that we can do, and we don't miss anything. We can do everything, and we're not missing a single thing because we don't have the right clothing.
Yeah. So let's look at a couple of numbers. So how much does our bag weigh?
Wait. I want to talk about that, but I first want to talk about how I felt when you first packed our bag. So first of all, we do this process called bundling. We don't use what are those things called? Cubes. We don't use any of those. We bundle our stuff. So I'm going to cut to a video here, and you can see the bundling. And this is actually an old video. I think it might have even been in our old suitcase. I don't know if it's our old, I don't remember now if it's our old suitcase or new case, but you can see me, I'm bundling. And what we do is we kind of do this burrito style of our clothes, and it bundles up, and we create one big bundle. We put that bundle into the suitcase, and then we pack kind of around it the extra stuff that doesn't fit in the bundle. You can see that in the video. Now, when Steve starts to do the first bundle of our stuff together, it's like his shirt and my shirt and his shirt and my shirt. I'm like, dude, man, you're doing it wrong.
It's just what I like the way I bundle. But again, this is where we are in our relationship, is that we can handle that kind of thing.
Yeah, I like to put the shoes on the bottom. He likes to put the shoes on top. And so it was, and I really found like getting a little anxious about how he was packing my stuff. Like he was doing it wrong. And there is no wrong way. As long as you get the thing zipped, it doesn't really matter how it's packed on the inside. As long as you bundle. It's really wrong if you roll or use cubes or whatever.
So bundling, anyway, that's how we got everything into one bag.
Yeah. So then we got it down to one bag.
Yeah, how much does that bag weigh? 12.3 kilograms.
12.3 kilograms or 27 pounds.
7 pounds.
Yeah.
Everything we own.
And then our backpacks weigh about 6 kilograms or 8 to 10 pounds, something like that.
10 pounds. Yeah.
And basically what's in our backpacks is our electronics and a change of clothes. Really, that's about it.
Yeah, change of clothes, some toiletries, some things that are absolutely, necessary kind of stuff that I wouldn't want to have. Because we're going to be, this single bag, we're going to be checking it a lot just because the European airlines require it because it's too heavy to fit their requirements. It's not too big, but it's too heavy. And checking one bag instead of checking two bags is going to save us a lot of money.
And portaging one bag on the Camino instead of two. We'll save over €300 at least this summer in baggage fees. And I don't know, are we really doing it because of the money saving?
I don't think it's the money. Again, I don't even know what I have in that bag in storage. It's like it's been not even 2 weeks, I think.
3 weeks.
It's been 3 weeks. I don't even remember what's in there. If I can't remember what's in there, then I guess I don't need it.
It's the old adage of when you move and you're in a house and you haven't unpacked the box a year later, don't open the box. Just
get rid of it.
Yeah,
you don't need it.
Donate the box, because if you haven't opened it in a year, you don't need it.
But this is about the lifestyle of minimalism and putting value on experiences versus on things. And I'll just say one thing. We can see behind us in the kitchen. We're in an Airbnb here, and we've got the microwave, and we've got the dishes, and we've got things that we need. We have a washing machine, so we can wash our clothes as often as we need to. So it's not like we're living in a cave.
And we don't feel like we're sacrificing a life of scarcity at all. We feel like we're in a life of abundance, absolutely, because all around us is everything we need, and we can just tap into it in the different systems, whether it's Airbnb system or trusted house sitter system or the charity shop system. We can tap into those systems as we need it to get the stuff that we need and we want. So How are you minimalizing your life? Have you gotten rid of something? Did you ever forget it, regret it, wish you had it back, or have you completely forgotten about it? We'll talk to you next week. Thanks so much.